101.59 WATD 804 on your Friday night. That was Beric Livingston with The Day They Left the World Behind. Beric, welcome from England to the Alternative.
Thank you, Chris.
This is an exciting moment for the show because you're this is, I think, your first U.S. interview for your upcoming incredible Random Roads music project. I can't wait to have you here in the studio in a few weeks. But so tell us about your project.
Well, I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm so excited that it's going to kick off in Plymouth, which is, the birthplace of the United States. So the project is me spending 10 weeks traveling around the United States, starting in Boston on the 24th of June and ending up on the West Coast. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun to record a song on the journey, but using musicians that I meet through chance encounters along the way? So that's why it's called the Random Roads Music Project. I'm bringing the basic structure of a song, but at this stage, I have no idea what instruments are going to be on the recording, who the musicians will be, or where I'll meet them. And the idea is to create what I'm calling a virtual band, a kind of randomized group of musicians that might otherwise never have met or played together. The whole thing's being filmed as I go, and the footage will be uploaded to my YouTube page and to the Random Roads Music Project Facebook page, so people can follow the journey online and see who I meet and how the music develops. And I'm encouraging people to kind of interact with it. They'll be able to see my itinerary, and they can suggest musicians I could meet along the way, or they can get involved themselves. And if they can't meet me in person, they'll be able to play along to the song and send in their own musical contributions if they want to.
You had talked about the idea, and then it was a few months later, and you made your idea, your dream, a reality, and that's a great thing. The fact that you're coming over here for 3 months, as I joked with you through Facebook and just messaging this past week, I really want to be a roadie on this tour.
Well, I think it's going to be really fun and diverse musically. I mean, I was kicking around the idea that social media and digital technology have really changed the way that we interact and the way that music is made. And I was thinking, well, how can I harness the reach of the internet, but in a way that actually brings people together and fosters real connections? And I kind of also wanted to use the time to give something back and do something positive. So I got in touch with Amnesty International, the human rights organization, and I said, I'm going to make a record on a kind of crazy road trip. And I'm thinking, when the record's distributed and sold, I want to donate the profits to you. What do you think? And they were very positive, even though it was an idea where we have no idea what the finished product is going to be like. So that's what we're doing. Amnesty's been going for over 50 years. They've been campaigning for human rights, rights for women, freedom from violence, and I think they're one of the organizations that really makes a difference in the world. So I'm hoping that we can have a lot of fun and do a lot of good things along the way.
I think that's definitely what you'll be doing over here, and you're coming at a great time of the year to be traveling across the United States. I think as you head out to...
I'm spending the 4th of July on Miami Beach. I'm excited about that.
Well, be careful in Miami Beach because there's not a whole lot of clothing that they wear down there, especially at that time of the year.
Yeah, good. So I need to travel light, right?
Yeah, very much so. And you're going to be here descending upon the United States. It's almost like, when the Beatles first arrived here back in the early 60s. But you're going to be coming to WATD Studios in Marshfield, and we've already lined you up with a guitarist. He's actually the co-host on this show, Darkman, he'll be on guitar. And then we've got another drummer who's in a great Boston area band called Didn't Planet, a little bit of play on words, and he'll be on.
Oh well, that's a serendipitous title.
Yeah, and it's kind of has a British theme, I think, for their album cover, where they have not only the Mayflower, but they're also, I think, throwing tea over the side. So hopefully, there's no fights that break out between the Americans and the Brit.
An interesting time politically.
Yes, well, we'll talk about that in a few weeks. But we're looking forward to having you up here. We're going to actually record a great interview and some some music. This actual song that you're bringing over here to the States, and I think this might be your first performance.
It will be the first performance.
Oh, great! So
it'll be the first time trying it with new musicians. So you're really launching the project, and I'm so excited that it's going to be you that's doing that.
Happy to do it, and I'll bring my tambourine. I don't know if I know how to play it, but I'll bring it. How can people find out about your project? How can they follow you while you're traveling something like 11,000 miles over the course of 2-3 months?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, I was working out the mileage, I think it's going to be about 11,500 miles, so it's like half the circumference of the Earth. And a lot of that's going to be me driving, so yeah, it'll be interesting. They can look at the Random Roads Music Project Facebook page. They can look at my YouTube channel, which I've just set up, which is under my name, Beric Livingston, or they can follow me on Twitter, follow it on Instagram. Hopefully there'll be lots of ways in, but the main portal at the moment is the Random Roads Music Project Facebook page.
Sounds great. And in your video, you talk about the different types of people that you might be meeting up with, and I think it's just, we're a common people separated by the same language, the way that we pronounce things. And I think you pronounced a saxophonist. Is that the correct British?
I was just discussing this with my friend who's from Jordan, and she said, "Isn't it a saxophonist?"
Yeah.
And I said, "I think it's a saxophonist, darling." And she said, "No, I'm pretty sure it's a saxophonist." So she might be right there. I could just have made up the word saxophonist, but I was thinking of people that play the sax. There
you go. So, yeah, right.
We'll figure it out.
Well, you got some great cities that you're going to be going to. I think our paths may overlap when I'm out on the West Coast, up in San Francisco and Los Angeles.
So.
This is going to be a great time here at the radio station. We're looking forward to it, and also following you around the United States for the Random Roads Music Project. Beric, thanks for calling from England.
Thanks again, Chris.
All right.
All the best.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks. 95.9 WATD.